Namo Buddhaya, meritorious children. We are again here to teach you the Buddha's teachings out of compassion. To make your life successful by developing a pleasant mind towards the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. By developing a calm mind. By overcoming an agitated mind. So, we should firmly establish confidence in the Buddha like a great pillar. Imagine there's a pillar that is grounded. Half of the height of the pillar is grounded to the earth, and only half is above the earth. So that pillar is very strong. So we like to develop your confidence towards the Buddha like a strong pillar. So today also we are going to learn a nice sutta. Before that, let's go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe 5 precepts and learn a wonderful story today from Dhammapada. Namo Buddhaya. So let's go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe 5 precepts before we start learning Dhamma. Now say together with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranam Gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say after me. My homage to the Supreme Buddha. Buddha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Dhamma. Dhamma is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Sangha. Sangha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Triple Gem. Triple Gem is my refuge every day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. And also my homage to my teacher, most venerable Avasarai Kiribadgoda Jnanananda Pingwat Loku Swamin Wahansa. Dear children, today we are learning a nice Dhammapada story. So let's utter this stanza, let's chant this stanza that was preached by our Buddha. Natang kammang katang sadhu yang katva anuttappati yassa assu mukorodang vipakang patisevati. Now children, let's learn the meaning of this stanza. No deed is good that one regrets having done. No deed is good that one regrets having done. No deed is good if the result is to be experienced with weeping and tear-streaked face. So such deeds we shouldn't do. So this stanza was taught to a farmer. By whom? By our Blessed One, by the Buddha. Why this stanza was taught to a farmer? There was a reason for this, children. Let's learn the background story. The background story is like this. Children, while residing at the Jetavana monastery, the Buddha uttered this verse with reference to a farmer who handled poison. Who handled what? Poison. Now, coronavirus is also a poison, right? That's also poisoning our body. Now, let's see what this poison is. So, now we are learning the background story or the reason for the Buddha to utter this Dhammapada stanza. One day, some thieves, having stolen some valuables and cash from a palace of a merchant, there they divided the stolen property among themselves and dispersed. But a jewelry worth of 1,000 gold coins, were dropped off from one of the thieves in a paddy field. Now see, even if someone steals, yet that person can lose it. Early in the morning on that day, the Buddha, on surveying the world with his psychic powers, saw that a farmer cultivating near that field would fall into a great trouble on that day. Now see, these thieves, the thieves who dropped that jewelry, ran away. But next day, Buddha can see something very special. What's that? Now, the owner of that paddy field will come to the field to start plowing the field. Then what would happen, children? Now, this merchant would have complained to the king. Then king would have sent his army to find out the stolen things. Then now Buddha knew that something bad will happen to this farmer. So Buddha, out of compassion, what did he do? See what Buddha did. So the Buddha went there accompanied by the Venerable Ananda. Buddha left the monastery. Just see the reason. See the reason why Buddha left the monastery, to help someone. The farmer, on seeing the Buddha, paid homage to him and continued to plough the field. See how respectable that person was. When he saw the Buddha, he paid homage to the Buddha. Now, does this farmer knows that Buddha has come to help him? He doesn't know. Now, does this farmer knows that he is going to fall into trouble today? On that day, he will get caught to the king and he will be punished in future? He doesn't know that. He is just plowing. We are also living life like a farmer. We don't understand the danger that could happen tomorrow, or today, or in the future. We are only concerned about the food. We are concerned about water, clothing, shelter, and playing games, fighting each other, then spending time with the internet unnecessarily. So these are the things that we are concerned. If we were unable to do those things, we get angry with the parents. If the parents are controlling you using the social media, if the parents are controlling you playing extra or using video games or computer games, then we get angry with parents. But without getting angry with parents, don't we have anything else to do, children? There is. Why? What we can do? Controlling the thoughts in our mind. Controlling our desires. Therefore, children, we should purify our minds. We shouldn't try to fight against with others. So, then, now this farmer paid homage to the Buddha. Afterwards, the Buddha, seeing the jewelry, said to Venerable Ananda, Ananda, look at that very poisonous snake. Now Buddha saw this jewelry as a jewelry, but he recognized it as a poisonous snake. Now see what happens. And Ananda replied, Venerable Sir, yes, it is indeed a very poisonous snake. Then both the Buddha and Venerable Ananda continued their way. So they had this discussion, these dialogues. And then the Buddha and Venerable Ananda left that paddy field. The farmer, hearing them, wanted to find out if there really was a snake, and found the jewelry. Now this farmer was worrying whether it's a venomous serpent. But then when the farmer went there, it wasn't a snake, it was a jewelry, a very valuable jewelry. He covered that jewelry with soil. In the same time, the king's army were in search of the jewelry. Now see what happens. Tracing the footprints of the thieves, found the jewelry that was covered by soil. Now these thieves, they don't understand. They do blindly things. Blindly they do things. What happened? This army, they were able to recognize the thieves, from where they left, and the road that they went. From the footprint they realized. So with the army was following the footprint, and then finally they found this jewelry worth of 1,000 gold coins in this poor farmer's paddy field. Then what happened, children? They beat the farmer and took him to the king, who ordered his men to kill the farmer. Now see what happened. When this man was taken to the king ordered straight away to kill this farmer. This is the danger of birth, children. This is nothing to do with the king. This is the own mistake of ourselves. Coming in this endless journey of samsara, we are born and dead, born and dead. Once we are born, we are subjected to these things. These things are unavoidable, unpredictable. Why this life is not under our control? That's why Buddha said, rather than pointing fingers to others, we should correct ourselves. Then the problem is solved. So, as human beings, children, from our small age, we should work hard to overcome fear for death, to overcome fear for diseases, and live life without so much expectations. Then what happened? On being taken to the detention center, Now, during the Buddha's time, during the king's time, even after the Buddha's time, when kings rule countries, they have a separate place, a special place, a detention center to kill people, to punish, to slaughter them, to hit them with strokes, to hit them with canes. They have a special place. In Sinhala we call it Vadakagare. So he was taken to the detention center where he was to be killed. The farmer kept on repeating. Now when he was taken, when he was walking, when he was taken by the army to the detention center, on his way, he kept on repeating, saying what? Anand, look at that very poisonous snake. Venerable sir, I see the snake. It is indeed a very poisonous snake. So now this man was repeating this dialogue again and again. What's this dialogue? Anand, look at that very poisonous snake. Venerable sir, I see the snake. It is indeed a very poisonous snake. So now this man is repeating, telling this thing again and again. Then the king's men, the army, heard the above dialogue between the Buddha and the Venerable Ananda being repeated all the way. What happened? They were puzzled and took him to the king. Now these people who were taking, the tormentors, who were taking this farmer to the detention center, they were wondering what this man is telling. What has Buddha got to do with this? What has Venerable Ananda got to do with this? Then they took back this man to the king. Now see, fortunately Buddha visited him in the morning. Fortunately Buddha visited. See, Buddha had the ability to see other people's mind. We went for refuge to such a great Buddha children. We should remember that. The Dhamma that we are learning today helps us to know these things, to be aware of the Buddha's teachings, to be aware and to learn the Buddha's realization, the Buddha's abilities, and how people were protected, and how people were taken care by the Buddha. Then what happened? The king said, okay, if you are telling us such a statement, okay, wait till evening, and then we will go to the Buddha, you and me, we'll go to the Buddha and we'll solve this problem at the presence of the Buddha. Then he was therefore taken to the presence of the Buddha, and after hearing from the Buddha everything that had happened in the morning, the king remarked. And then what happened? After this man was taken to the Buddha explained everything. The Buddha said that, dear king, honestly, this is what happened last night. This was not stolen by this farmer. This was stolen by the thief, and the thief dropped this valuable jewelry on his paddy field. So then only the king was convinced. So it was Pase Nadi Kosala king. Then what happened? After hearing from the Buddha everything that had happened in the morning, the king remarked, if he had not been able to call upon the Buddha as a witness of his innocence, this man would have been killed. To him the Buddha replied, a wise man should not do anything that he would repent after doing it. So that's why Buddha said this stanza. Now see the reason that Buddha had to utter this stanza. No deed is good that one regrets having done. No deed is good if the result is to be experienced with weeping and a tear-streaked face. So that's why Buddha uttered this stanza. So say after me. Natang kammang katang sadhu yang katva no tappati yassa assu mukorodang vipakang patisevati. No deed is good that one regrets having done. So don't do deeds that you will regret in future. The problem is solved. So finally, children, at the end of the discourse, the farmer became a stream entrant. He was able to control his endless births to minimum of 7 births. That's the advantage when a Buddha appears in this world. So today we learn a nice stanza, a nice story also. So remember and try to memorize this stanza and also to remember this story. So we learn a lot of things from this story. One thing, the Buddha's compassion. Didn't we learn? We learned that. We learned the Buddha's compassion. Then one more thing we learn. We shouldn't do things that regret in future. And that farmer, he was protected because he was at least wise to a certain extent. He was wise to a certain extent. And then, children, even the king was protected in this way. Even the king did not do a bad karma because he listened to the Buddha. He trusted the Buddha. So in the same way, we should trust, we should believe the Buddha's teachings and practice them in life and gain more assurance than this farmer got and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now you have come to the meditation session. So today we will be practicing loving kindness meditation. Children, when you practice loving kindness meditation, you will experience 11 benefits. So first of all, I will teach you the 11 benefits. Then you will have a happy mind to practice the loving kindness meditation. Children, this loving kindness meditation should be practiced just like a vehicle. Like a vehicle is moving, we should always practice loving kindness. So the benefits are, when you practice loving kindness meditation, you will sleep very well. You can wake up very well. You won't see evil dreams. You will become dear to humans and also you will become dear to non-humans. Deities will protect you and no fire, no poison, no weapon can affect someone. One can concentrate the mind quickly. One's facial complexion is serene. One dies without any confusion. If one does not attain a higher stage of enlightenment, one will be reborn in the Brahma world. So if you like to go to a Brahma world, what should you do, children? Practice loving kindness meditation. Now, haven't you seen evil dreams? Falling from high-rise buildings, from mountains in the night? Haven't you seen funerals, nightmares, funerals in the night? So if you don't like to see these evil dreams, what should you practice? Loving kindness. Genuinely spreading thoughts of loving kindness. Genuinely practicing wholesome thoughts and practicing wholesome qualities. So let's practice loving kindness meditation. Now close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable posture. Sit in a comfortable posture and then close your eyes and think according to what I say. I am too closing my eyes and meditating. So I will utter the verses of loving kindness meditation genuinely, wholeheartedly wish for the happiness of others and wish for the happiness of yourself and others too. So listen to me and think according to what I say. Sit in a comfortable posture. Okay, now let's spread loving kindness. May I be free from anger. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I live in peace. May I live happily. Now let's wish for the happiness of the beings who are living at the place you are right now. It could be your house. May all beings in this place be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this city. Now, children, there are many beings in this city. There are animals, creatures, demons. There are many non-human beings and many human beings also. So try to spread loving kindness to all those beings. Think that there are enormous living beings in this city. Think of them and spread loving kindness. May all beings in this city be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this province be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy. May all beings in this province be free from anger, be free from ill will, Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this country be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. Children, next, we are going to spread loving kindness towards all beings living in this world. So think about the world. Okay, now let's spread loving kindness. May all beings in this world be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in all worlds. Now, children, we should think of all beings in all worlds. Without neglecting anyone, we can spread loving kindness. How fortunate we are. Let's spread loving kindness to all living beings in all worlds. May all beings in all worlds be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be well and happy. Be well and happy. Now slowly open your eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.